John Miller was a simple man with unwavering values. Married to Sarah for 12 years, he believed he had built the perfect life. Their 2 children were his greatest pride, and he did everything he could to provide security and happiness for his family. As a tractor mechanic, he spent long days working, while Sarah, a stay-at-home mom, dedicated herself to taking care of their home and children. He loved her deeply and always worked to show it. One day, Sarah announced that she would take the kids to visit her mother, who lived in a small town. It wasn't unusual. She enjoyed spending time with her mother, and John always encouraged this bond. He, on the other hand, planned to use the time alone to catch up on work. That evening, John received an urgent call. A tractor had broken down at a farm, and they needed his help. The farm belonged to Sarah's former boss, someone she had mentioned a few times in the past. Although John had never been there, he knew the job was important and couldn't wait. Without hesitation, he grabbed his motorcycle and headed to the farm. Upon arriving, John was greeted by employees who led him to the broken tractor. They explained that the owner wasn't there and wouldn't return until the next day. That didn't matter to John. He focused on the job and began assessing the machine's problems. As the night wore on, the repairs proved more challenging than expected. Around 9 p.m., exhausted, he decided to take a break in the shed where the equipment was stored. As he quietly ate a sandwich, the sound of a car engine caught his attention. He looked out through a crack in the door and immediately recognized the vehicle. It was Sarah's car. At first, John thought it was just a coincidence. Maybe Sarah was in the area visiting her mother and had stopped by for some reason. However, when he saw a man exit one of the nearby lodges and walk toward the car, an uneasy feeling stirred inside him. He recognized the man. It was Sarah's former boss. John watched in disbelief as Sarah stepped out of the car. The two exchanged a few words, which he couldn't hear. Then, without hesitation, they embraced and kissed. It felt as if the ground had vanished beneath John's feet. For a moment, anger consumed him. He thought about confronting them on the spot, but something stronger held him back. He remembered his children, the 2 little lives that depended on him, and how they would suffer the most from any impulsive decision. Taking a deep breath, he swallowed his pain and chose to walk away. That night, John returned home, but sleep eluded him. When Sarah came back the next morning, he confronted her. He told her everything he had seen. Shocked, Sarah tried to explain. It was a moment of weakness, John. It meant nothing. Please forgive me. But John knew something had broken beyond repair. Looking into her eyes, he replied, "Sarah, I loved you with everything I had. But what you did destroyed our family. I can't stay with you." They separated. The divorce was painful, but John kept his focus on the kids, his top priority. Despite his broken heart, he threw himself into his work and found strength in life's small joys. Months later, while buying tractor parts, John met Emily, the store manager. She was an intelligent, charismatic woman with a smile that lit up any room. At first, John was hesitant to open up to someone new, still carrying the scars of his past. But Emily had a special kind of empathy. She didn't push him. She simply offered her friendship and was always ready to listen. Slowly, John began to feel comfortable around her. They started spending time together, and Emily showed him that true love wasn't meant to hurt but to bring joy and mutual support. One day, while walking in the park, Emily held John's hand and said, "You deserve to be happy, John. Don't let the past define who you are." Her words resonated deeply. For the first time in a long while, John allowed himself to believe that he could rebuild his life. Today, John and Emily are together, and she plays an important role in his children's lives. They adore her. Looking back, John realizes that, despite the pain he endured, he was able to overcome adversity and find a new path forward. Life is unpredictable, and difficult moments can teach us valuable lessons. Even in the most painful circumstances, there is always a chance to start over and find happiness again. And with that, we've come to the end of this powerful story. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been through something similar to John's experience? How did you react in that moment? Do you think John's response was the best one, or would you have handled it differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. If this story resonated with you, please leave a like, share the video with anyone who could use some inspiration, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.